I'm Jennifer Angel. These are your stars for week commencing September the 9th, Aries. Now, let's have a look at what's going on for you. Now, there are a couple of aspects this week to do with your ruling planet, which is Mars. Now, Mars is fabulous because it gives you the motivation to really get out there and do what you want in life. But this week, you really need to be a little bit careful with what you're doing. Around a creative project now, and something to do with work, and of course which leads to your finances. Now, you want to be careful that you don't get too sort of involved in or attached to the outcome this week, Aries, because right at the start of the week there's a square between Mars and planet of permanency, Saturn. But at the end of the week, there's a very, very nice aspect, a much softer aspect between Mars, and this is your ruling planet, as I said, and Uranus. Now, when this happens, it's almost like what goes on at the start of the week is going to sort of turn around and end up and be a blessing in disguise. So I guess what I want to say to you here is don't get too caught up in the frustrations of something that appears to be irritating or pushing your buttons. It could actually work out for the best. So sit tight and, just see what happens there. Now, communication is very important this week. You want to do anything, particularly around a personal situation. You want to speak from the heart. So say what you mean, say what you feel, try to do it in an open and honest way, but in a way that's going to still allow you to be approachable. Now, this also goes for business as well, and pretty well with all relationships, because with Mercury, the communication planet, sitting there right opposite you in your solar 7th house of relationships, then that's going to sort of put emphasis on that. So you want to just be careful you don't blurt something out, which of course you can do. You can be spontaneous, and in the process of doing that, then sometimes if you're dealing with somebody who's somewhat sensitive, then they can sort of get a little bit hurt in the process. But the one thing great about you, Aries, is that you never hold a grudge, and that's what people don't realize. I mean, you are upfront and you say what you think, but you don't really mean any harm by it. So there's a good and the bad. So and there are challenges this week, and you want to make sure that you stay positive, Aries, because the challenges in the end can have really a profound outcome on what happens in your life. And there's been so many changes over this time that you want to just take it a little bit in your stride. Some things are just meant to be, meant to happen. So don't get too, as I said earlier, don't get too caught up in the actual outcome of what's going to happen, because sometimes you can just simply get in your own way, and you don't want to do that. You want to keep the flow of what's going in your life happily moving forward and letting the pieces fall into place, so to speak. So have a great week, Aries, and it's very progressive this week, so there's lots happening, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.